Good morning and welcome to Universal Studios Hollywood. This is the first time I've been back before opening since before the pandemic, so I'm really excited to be back. There's a lot of construction to check on just in the last week. There's some new rides that are open, so many things, so let's go. Now, because we're here before opening, I'm going to switch back to the old format and do CityWalk at the end of the update. But I will note that the Bel Air standee is finally gone, and we now have one for the bad guys. I just saw a trailer for this when I was in the movie theaters this week, and it actually looks like a really fun movie. Now, this is pretty cool, being here with an empty Universal Studios CityWalk, an empty security plaza, entry security gates. There are a couple people here, but I'm definitely in the first 5. Just so you know, I'm not messing with you. It does say it is 7:06, and the park...
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah.
When they have 4 extra ticket scanners set up here behind the main gates. Here's a brief look at crowds at about 7:26 a.m. Not crazy. I thought they might be opening at 7:30, but maybe it'll be around 7:45. 7:30 a.m. and the gates are open. 7:40 and just a bit more people. And first one in the park. This is pretty exciting. We were gonna do a merch update, but the studio store is closed. I was gonna check out feature presentation, but that hasn't opened yet. So I think we should go to the Simpsons ride. That just reopened, and I'm really excited to check it out. Now, they did let us in around 7:45, so I don't know if they're gonna start letting us in to the Simpsons pre-show or whether we're gonna be waiting in line till 8. Here we are in Springfield. Now we'll head to the lower lot afterwards. Very excited for the Simpsons. So just an update, it is 10 minutes after opening and they have yet to open the ride. Well, sometimes you can't predict these things.
Well, that's our ride. Hey, what does this do?
Okay, so that was really fun. Unfortunately, there were some attraction delays, so while I would have loved to be on the attraction at 8, or at least in the pre-show at 8, we didn't end up getting inside the attraction pre-show till about 8:30. So now we're gonna head to the lower lot. Looks like things are still about 10 minutes or less. Here's a very cloudy look at the valley. You can't even see the mountains right now. Super Nintendo World, we'll talk about you in a second. Let's look at the maze behind the Mummy, which now has a facade that looks to be some 2-story building. We don't really have any rumors on what this is gonna be. We also have the back of the maze has been kind of fleshed out a little bit more. Now, looking at Super Nintendo World, unfortunately, a lot of the scaffolding that was off the last time we were here has been added back. That's just because it was raining. But we can see a lot of work going on here, which is very exciting. Looking at Bowser's Castle looks very pretty. This is just a nice view. I look forward to seeing as we start seeing more theming elements come out, such as right underneath the pyramids, that layer of the Aztec theming has been revealed. Here in the lower lot, looking above the studio store, that scaffolding and the tarp surrounding it has gotten a little bit higher, at least in the last week. Looking at the wait time board for the Transformers characters, looks like Optimus Prime and Bumblebee are coming out together today. Here, looking at the entrance of Super Nintendo World, a lot of progress being made, not just to the warp pipe, but to the area around it. I'm wondering what sort of theming elements they're going to add. Obviously, some big signs saying Super Nintendo World, but hopefully something that disguises that giant concrete wall, or at least provides some barrier to that and the warp pipe. Also out here of Transformers, about to walk in, I just spoke with the team member who said Mortal Kombat is replacing Simpsons. I don't think that's accurate. I would not give any semblance to that rumor, so just treat that as a rumor. But that's something to think about.
Company. Now.
So I wanted to go meet Optimus Prime and Bumblebee because the sign did say they were coming out at 9, but then this happened.
They're actually no, they're not going to be here until 10. Yeah, that's from yesterday, sorry.
Okay.
Oh man.
Oh well, I'll see him on another trip. Transformers was great. Now let's do the Mummy. It's pretty early in the morning, and I haven't done the standby queue for this in quite a while. It's not like you're missing too much. You see a lot of it from the express queue, but why not? Let's do it. So after After doing Revenge of the Mummy and Transformers, Jurassic World, it's just a little bit too cold for me today. I don't think I'm going to do that. Let's head to the upper lot because there's still a lot more construction to check out. Under Jurassic World, the wait times: Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, 15 minutes. Hippogriff, 5 minutes. Ollivander's 15. Studio Tour, no wait. Secret Life of Pets is 5. Despicable Me, 25. Simpsons Ride, 45. Kung Fu Panda, 10. Jurassic World is 5, along with The Mummy, and Transformers is 10 minutes. This is about an hour after park opening on a day that is estimated 30,000 people. Headed to the studio tour. I am incredibly excited to check this out because we have new construction on the lower lot. It's over at the end of the studio tour with the giant lake with the blue screen. Here's a look at the lower lot. Not a crazy amount going on. We do see some lights and flashing over by the 4 new soundstage facilities. It's going to be a pretty slow day because it's a weekend and it's very early. So hopefully that means we'll be able to go into the back lot.
Audra, look at this! The bad guy stole our logo! We're gonna see if we can get that back when DreamWorks Animation's The Bad Guys comes out in theaters April 22nd, and it looks really fun, y'all, so definitely check it out. It looks like a really fun. We'll never see.
There was no wait, so I was able to get the back row of the electric tram, believe it or not, all to myself, which is awesome. Thanks to Fernando as part of the studio tour team for helping me get that. While on my last visit, our tram had brand new TVs. Even though this is the electric tram, I think these TVs are the old ones. Okay, here we go, looking at the new creative campus. See what's going on. Ooh, wow, lots of progress.
With Coach Kelly Clarkson, and I'll be here at Universal Studios Hollywood. You can find updates about Super Nintendo World on our website and social media. What the space looks like.
Looking a little bit into Super Nintendo World here.
Inside the soundstage, we can create any kind of setting.
Not much to see now that basically everything's been closed in.
Trailers for our stars. You can see a couple of trucks. There's camera equipment.
Oh, this is exciting. The Mario Kart second floor. It's open.
If it stays where it is, it's going to get punched.
You can see right there on the front.
It is funny that we're on the electric tram, how just absolutely quiet this tram is. Looks like they are still not letting us on the back lot. I guess they must be filming today or setting up for something.
And it's great to have.
They're assembling some sort of tent back here. You can tell that these screens are a little old just because of the burned-in discoloration on them. Is it just me, or did they repaint this storefront on the lower lot? Anyway, look at the scaffolding. Very foggy here in Jurassic Park. Have you ever seen it this foggy? This is crazy. This is pretty exciting that we're heading into Little Europe here. Last time we were here, they were filming the Mysterious Benedict Society for Disney+. It does look like they've removed all of the Good Place signage. It's cool that we can also see some construction going on in the sound stages towards the back of the back lot. Very exciting to see 2 electric trams out right now, both next to each other. Looks like we are skipping Jaws. Here's a little bit of the construction going on at the blue screen lake. We'll get a better look at that later. No update next to the Psycho House on Horror Nights construction. Because of the cold temperatures, the fog really just everywhere is going crazy. I mean, this is... Because of the weather, the fog is really billowing. Look inside the plane, coming out of the engine. Look at that car. Oh my goodness, you can't even see the house behind it.
Approximately 10 minutes from the...
Here we are looking at the brand new set construction here off of John Williams Drive and Fast and the Furious Supercharged. It's interesting, it appears to be some sort of Western set, which is kind of ironic because you're 1,000 feet away from 6 Points, Texas. I wonder if this is just for space or they're trying to make just a very stylized Western set. Here we can see just a little bit of our maze outside the Curious George parking structure. Not a crazy amount of progress that we can see from here. Don't worry, on our way out of the park, we're gonna head up to the Curious George parking structure and see what we can see from there. One thing that is cool to note is this themed vending machine that is themed to deli sandwiches. I wonder if that lets anyone know what property this is. I don't really know, but if you do, if you have any guesses, please put it in the comments down below. Looking up at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, I feel like I should go up there. Outside the studio tour, it has certainly gotten a lot more crowded. Heading into the Wizarding World, Ollivander's queue is backed up just a little bit, and Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey is not using the extended queue at all, which gives me good luck, even though I know it's probably at least an hour wait. Just like I guessed, it's an hour wait. Anyway, let's do it just because I have Express. Before heading to Express, let's just see if Single Riders is backed up. I usually only use Express when Single Rider is backed up, but it looks like it isn't. Here inside the Forbidden Journey gift shop, I don't know if I'm just noticing it, but we have merch for the Hog's Head, as well as merch for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The Secrets of Dumbledore comes out later this month. If you're wondering where the crowds were, they're all up here on the upper lot in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Now gonna check out the Owl Poster store I have not been to in quite some time. Now I don't know if this is new or if I just haven't noticed it, but it looks like you can customize journals for the 4 houses with your name. Not just the journals, but also a backpack, a Quidditch jersey, I think that's what it is, and a scarf, and even a wizard robe. It is funny looking at these owls, you can notice that the rods they are standing on are a little bit stained. I guess some of the owls were a little bit messy. Not a long line for butterbeer at all in 60-degree temperatures. Across from Honeydukes and Zonko's, next to the Hogwarts Express, it looks like the Hogwarts Express themed store is closed right now. With all of these people here, let's look at some wait times. Forbidden Journey 60 minutes, Flight of the Hippogriff 55, Ollivander's 15, Studio Tour 10, Secret Life of Pets has moved to virtual, Despicable Me is 50, Simpsons is 90, Kung Fu Panda 20, Jurassic World 35, Transformers 20, Revenge of the Mummy 30. One fun trick for riding Secret Life of Pets off the leash when it turns to a virtual queue is, yes, you can get a virtual ride time on your app, but if you go to the attraction and you get a physical virtual ride time, I'll show you that in a second, you can get more than one. Here's a look at the Parisian Courtyard Maze. Not much to see here other than a giant tent. Once we start seeing the facade pop up, we will pay a lot more attention to this, but right now it's just a tent. Right across from the restrooms is where the virtual line kiosks are. There's 2 of them. You just press start, you say how many people are in your party, what time you'd like to come in, and then it pops out below and it shows the session ends in 3 seconds. Once it's done, you can just get another virtual line. I think this is a glitch. Hopefully they will fix it soon, but it's kind of funny that it's like this. Now, of course, I have Express, so I did need to do the virtual line anyway. I just learned that not only is Patton Oswalt in this, but that big dog is Eric Stone Street. Right outside of the pet store, it's cool to see Scooby-Doo meeting, greeting with a hamburger. That's pretty fun. Not much to see here in the back of the Parisian Street Horror Nights maze outside of Secret Life of Pets and Despicable Me Minion Mayhem. As soon as we see something, I will let you know. It is pretty crazy that the splash pad out in Super Silly Funland is running in 60-degree temperatures. Here at the former smoking section, looking at Super Nintendo World, there's a lot of work lights on, especially over there by the warp pipe entrance and inside the land as well. That jackhammering that you are hearing is not from Super Nintendo World. It's over from the lower lot creative campus that's being built. You can see some dust rising from it. From up here, we can also see a lot more of that Aztec or Mayan theming has been revealed along the side of the Mario Kart show building. And as I say every time I leave the former smoking section, do not smoke, it kills you. Outside of the Parisian Courtyard, looking at the Horror Nights maze, we can see a lot of progress has happened. Also, what's neat, Doc Brown. Crazy crowds right now outside the DreamWorks Theater as I'm leaving the park. Feature presentation is still closed, but we will be back as soon as it opens. Heading towards CityWalk, this is the wait just to enter the park 3 hours after opening. Here's a look at the globe. Looks like fog has consumed it from the inside. Just like last week, the security lines are long, the lines to enter the park are long, And they're using the extended wait just to enter security. Right next to the Universal Studio Store, we now have a brand new restaurant that's taking over what used to be the Butterbeer location. There used to be so many different things here, but Chick Chick Chicken is now open. I'm gonna try it out right now. So here at Chick Chick Chicken, I ended up getting the Nashville Hot and Spicy Chicken Sandwich, which was $10.99. You can pick your heat for hot, hotter, and hottest, and I chose the middle option, hotter. I was told it's still hotter than the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, so if that gives you any idea how hot it is, I'll let you know as I'm eating it. So with my annual pass, which ended up giving me 15% off, it ended up being $10.23 for the chicken sandwich. I picked up my chicken. They gave me something called comeback sauce, which they said is a mixture of barbecue sauce and ranch aioli. This is my first look inside at the chicken. Looks very, very heavily seasoned. Let's see how it tastes. It's definitely hotter than the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, but it's from the seasoning. It's not from the chicken itself, which is actually pressing off of the chicken. Very interesting. Okay, so I'm trying it with the sauce, and the sauce is incredible. Definitely try it with the sauce when you come here, the comeback sauce. Okay, and now as I let my mouth cool down, let's head over to the Curious Storage parking structure to check out Halloween Horror Nights construction. Before going to the Curious Storage parking structure, let's go up and take a look at Twosome Chocolate Emporium and Savory Feast Kitchen. Not much going on right now. We can see they have done a lot of work in ground clearing and removing some of the planters. I look forward to when this space finally opens and we can walk right up to the building and actually go in. So I decided to come to the lowest section of the Curious Storage parking structure just to get a slightly better view instead of the overhead view, because the tent's already built. Most of the views we're going to be getting are from the inside. And you can see a little bit inside the house. It kind of has a rustic feel to it. I still have no idea what this property is going to be. If you have any ideas, please let me know in the comment section down below. One thing that's also interesting is next to this house, there's a lot of lumber to be used. Now, I don't know if this is for a potential second house, which has not started construction yet, or if this is still all for that first house. We still have no idea what's going on inside. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this construction update. We got a lot done today, went on a bunch of rides, saw some construction, ate at a new restaurant, so much fun things. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.